the beautiful Covent Garden. And with Father Josiah in his civvies because it's his day off. But anyway, Father, I want to ask you a couple of questions about the surplus to requirements scheme. First of all, can you tell me a little bit about the Anglo-Catholic movement in Ghana?
All right, well, we all know that the Anglican Church in Ghana was established by the SPG, Society for the Propagation of the Gospel. And it was more of a very Anglo-Catholic mission. And so apart from Nigeria, which was established by Church Mission Society, the Ghanaian one was established by the Society for the Propagation of the Gospel, which is more Catholic, and so the tradition in the Anglican Church in Ghana is more Catholic. So for us, we are Anglo-Catholics. Everything that we do is highly Anglo-Catholic.
So how does that affect worship in Ghana then? Is it, because obviously Nigeria is more evangelical, they're probably not so keen on statues and incense, so how does that express itself in Ghana?
All right, well, it is Anglo-Catholic, but what really makes it a little bit different and more welcoming, especially with the people in Ghana, is because we've sort of tried to embed the charismatic and the Pentecostal way of doing things together. So if you come to the church in Ghana, everything is Anglo-Catholic, just that it is more sort of vibrant and you get people dancing, jumping here and there.
So there's dancing,
yes, absolutely. And we can spend a lot of time dancing.
Yeah.
And if you take that out, I bet you are going to lose your congregation.
So a lot of churches in England and Scotland, where I live, but across the UK, you know, quite often we have surplus items that we have used in the past, previous generations may have used, they may have been updated, plurables, chasubles, patterns, linen, all of that kind of stuff. So how would that be useful in terms of the congregations in Ghana?
Well, the Anglo-Catholic tradition is very strong in Ghana. So there is no church that can do away with these items. I mean, these are some of the items that even makes it a little bit difficult for new churches to really come up because they are quite expensive. So if you get the opportunity of colleagues and friends donating used ones, it will really help a lot because some of these things may look very small for us here, but they will be very big for the mission in Ghana. And so it is a huge thing if you are able to do that. It's really going to help the mission here because the churches are coming up almost all the time. But the problem is with these things. And we are not willing to move away from the Anglo-Catholic tradition.
Good.
And the Anglo-Catholic tradition without incense, without turubo, without candles and all those things, the chasubles, surplices, and all that, I mean, you can't really function as such.
So it was really at the peak of the Oxford movement that the mission went out to what was the Gold Coast.
Yes.
And really established that this was the proper way of conducting Anglican worship.
Yes.
Wonderful. So it's wonderful that tradition continues to this day. So let me ask you, if somebody wanted to send something out to Ghana, what should they do?
Yeah, so we've got this website that we've created, and we've also got the QR code in there. So if you scan the QR code, it will take you to the website where you can do all the donations and everything. So the QR code is on our website, so you just go in there, then you can donate.
So to be clear, we're not looking for money, we're looking for items.
Yes, items. Yes.
You know, so church items, candlesticks, linens, anything, but nothing bulky because we can't ship them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the point is that the money cannot do much because the things are very expensive. So if churches have got things that they are not using and they think they can donate it, it will really serve the purpose than really donating money.
And even, what about things like hymn books or Bibles or anything like that? Would that be useful as well?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Wonderful. Missals.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, excellent. So,
the gospel booklets and all those things.
And it really will transform. And of course, one of the things we'll do is when we will keep a note on which parish sent the items, and when they go to the churches and distributed, in Ghana, we'll make sure that people know where where the items have come from, which is wonderful. So what happens once a church has decided to donate some of their items? They go onto the website, they send a message on WhatsApp, and the number's on the poster, it's on the website as well. And then we'll come over and we'll arrange to pick it up free of charge.
Yes.
Great. And then once we've gathered enough items from various parishes, we'll arrange to take the shipping and then ship that to Ghana.
Yeah, and it takes about 4 to 5 weeks.
Wonderful. And then once it goes there, it will go to the diocesan office.
And they will distribute to the various parishes.
Excellent. And then it will go out to the parishes, and then there will be a blessing made to the good congregations out there.
And what's going to happen is that the moment these items are in, every new church that is established is assured of at least these items for the start. So then they have sort of something to stand on to move on with the mission.
It was interesting when we had our trip there last year. There's a number of churches: St. Paul's, St. Andrew's, St. Mary's,
and St. James.
And quite a lot of the time, they don't have their patron statue. So particularly if people have a statue they would like to donate, it will be very welcome and will take pride of place in the congregation.
And we will acknowledge them as such.
Wonderful, yes. We're not trying to be greedy. We're just trying to find ways of sharing.
I want to make use of the things that you have that you are not using.
It's the modern day Book of Acts. It really is. Everyone. We share, and the wonderful thing about the Catholicism part of Anglo-Catholicism is it is universal.
Yes.
We are one holy Catholic Apostolic Church, and this is a great way of sharing. Well, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the music and your time in Covent Garden.
And the church in Ghana is very thankful.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. God bless.
God bless you.